Hi everybody, I'm Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our Next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 440. Today I've got really great inexpensive things from Find It Trading and Penny Black. I have got a US launch for new dies from Find It Trading and a stamp that was like a what from Stampendous, but then once I started to play with it, it was amazing. So a Saturday with Stacy YouTube class is a technique-based class. It's full length and commercial free, and hopefully it shows you not only the latest and greatest from manufacturers in the paper crafting world, but also how to use product you may already have in your crafty arsenal. So I have a lot to do today. I hope you stay for the entire class, and if you're joining me at 8 a.m. sunny California time, that would be 11 a.m. in New York or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, we are live chatting. We live chat every Saturday morning, and there's live chat going on over here. Just type in, hi, I'm so-and-so from somewhere, and we will welcome you and say hello. And I get so excited when I see that new people are on the live chat. We've created a little community there that supports each other and talks to each other and creates together. So please come join us every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 11 a.m. in New York, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom for the next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class. Now I have Winner Chicken Dinner to talk about, and I'm going to announce these peeps. Hopefully I can say their names. And then I have a little conversation to have, just a little one with you before I tilt down and I get started for today. I do want to give you a switch update. We had a meeting with Ellison earlier in the week. We have both agreed upon how many machines we can ship over every couple days and how long it will take them to get us tracking numbers back. And what we've agreed to is about 20 machines every few days. And that way we can send them over the POs, they can get them shipped and get us back the tracking numbers. And once we have those tracking numbers, then we'll ship over the next 20 machines. Keep in mind, this is going to take just a little bit of time. Ellison obviously can't stop their production of everything just to ship out machines. And of course, we have to take the time to create the POs for them and get it over to them. And so we'll be doing that. We are doing that. We've already started doing that. So it'll just take a little bit of time, but they're going to start rolling out. I expect to have the first POs over to them by Monday. So Monday, we're going to send out the first 20 POs, and we're going to do 10 white machines and 10 black machines every 20 POs, and we're taking them in the order of how we received them. So if you were the first one to place your order, you're the first one to get your machine, and if you're the 50th one to place your order, well, it's going to take a little bit of time. How will you know if your order has been sent over to Ellison to get your machine shipped? Your status will change. So your status will change from payment received to awaiting fulfillment is what your status will change to. And then once we have the tracking number, we will update you with a shipping email and include that tracking number. So yay! All right, you guys, that's the update on Switch. Let's get to Winner Chicken Dinner. And these two lovely ladies posted a comment below. A comment to the side during live chat doesn't count to be a winner chicken dinner. And how do you be a winner? You post below and you keep it kind. You can talk about anything. You can talk about your family, your fur babies, your job, what you made for dinner, something good that happened to you, or maybe you want to share something that was not so good that happened and you need a little support. And quite frequently, the SMS peeps who post regularly will see your comment and they'll throw a little, they'll try and support, and hope everything goes better, or send condolences, whatever it is you need. We're here for you. We are a community. There's no question about it. So let me announce these winner chicken dinners, and then I'm going to get on to the little itty bitty chit chat we're going to have, and then we'll start our class for today. Okay? Okay. So first winner chicken dinner. Boy, these glasses are dirty. Okay, let's see if I can see now. Are you ready? Oh, much better. Okay, first winner chicken dinner off of YouTube number 439, which was the layering stencils. Oh my gosh. Those Studio Light layering stencils were amazing. Yes, you had to mask around them to get everything, but it was one stencil for $5 that did, it was beautiful. So I think I mentioned in the YouTube that, and then we had the Hero Arts product, and they had the layering stencils, the dies, and the stamps that all went together. And Studio Light just has the stencil for $5. So I kind of said it was like Studio Light is offering you a staycation, where the best you can do right now is go to your backyard and have a barbecue, and that's your vacation this year. That's Studio Light. They're able to offer you that, where Hero Arts with the layering stencils and the dies and the matching stamps, they offered you a trip around the world. And then it was up to you what was going to work best for you and your crafty budget. So loved them. So these peeps left a comment on that YouTube, and now they have a $25 gift card in their online account to spend any way they want. And let me tell you, there's product in this YouTube where $25 is going to go a super long way. Really. Okay, our first winner is Lori Werner. Hello, Lori Werner. Is that you? Because if it is, you're a winner chicken dinner. Congratulations to you. But of course, you are not alone. Our second winner is Donna. Donna? Donna. Her last name is difficult, and I'm dyslexic, so sounding it out is very challenging for me. It's Murachek? Murachek. Donna Murachek? Am I anywhere close, Donna? Donna Murachek. I'm going with Murachek. I gave it my all, girlfriend. I did try. I did. But it doesn't even matter, because you're a winner chicken dinner no matter how I say your name. Congratulations to both you and Lori. You have a $25 gift card waiting for you in your online account to spend on anything that makes your heart happy. And like I said, today $25 is going to go a really long way. So let's do the winner chicken dinner dance for you. Are you ready? You're a winner chicken dinner. You're a winner chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. Now, that's it. And if you want to be a winner chicken dinner and have a chance for that $25, we pick 2 winners every YouTube. You have to post below and keep it kind. That's all we ask. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let's quickly talk about my little itty bitty conversation. So we have manufacturers. I buy from people all over the world. I don't just buy domestic product. I purposely go out and look for international manufacturers because they allow me to bring in new and unique things that you can't find anywhere else. So I strategically look for international partners. And we all know what's going on in the world today. We all know what's happening over in Ukraine. And it seems like it's a world away from us. We are many steps away from what is really happening, and the only thing we get is the news, and we have to try to understand and empathize and sympathize and through TV news. And I'm not here to talk politics, and I'm not going to disclose what political party I belong to, or if I even belong to a political party, because really this has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with humanity. And I will be honest with you, I watch the news and see what's going on. And obviously I feel the impact in my wallet. I mean, gas here in California is as high as $7 a gallon in California. $7 a gallon. But do I really understand? No, I don't. I can only imagine, but I'm sure my imagination is not anywhere near what the reality is. So I placed an order with a manufacturer a little bit ago, and I hadn't heard back from them, and I hadn't heard back from them. And then I got the email, and I want to read you the email. And again, I'm not trying to politicize anything. I'm trying to keep it really real. And this email really impacted me yesterday. It was hard for me. It was very hard for me, actually. SMS girl Katie had to give me a hug. So I got an email from one of our manufacturers, and they are in Poland, is where the product comes from and where they live. Hi, Stacy. Sorry for no answer. I was away from my computer and company for a few days. We now have thousands of refugees from Ukraine, women, children, and the elderly. They are in Poland every day. About 1 million refugees came into Poland in the last few days. We all try to help them. We collect the necessary things: food, sleeping bags, warm clothes, cosmetics. We organize accommodation, hot meals, help. It's scary. Frightened women and children. They don't know the language. They have nothing. They don't know what will happen to them. Regarding your order, unfortunately, and it goes on. I read that, and in that moment, I felt like I was about this big. Really, this big. I'm sitting here worried about getting product here to me so I can get it to you. And these people are dealing with this. I didn't know I knew somebody who was facing these challenges and living through this. No, she's not Ukraine, but they are in a country that is being inundated with people fleeing for their life. Talk about perspective. Talk about an aha moment. Talking about feeling like a little just, I felt so bad. Sending over an email saying, hey, hello, did you get the order? Having no understanding of what they are going through. It was horrible. And you know, every now and then you get into a boo-hoo moment. And this week was definitely a boo-hoo moment. I've had such problems with domestic manufacturers lately, and I was just feeling sad and sorry for myself. And then I get this email, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. Moment. Reality meet Stacy. Stacy meet reality. I know that I have a home to go to. I know where I am sleeping tonight. I know my children are safe. I know that my husband can go to the doctor if he needs to go to the doctor. I know we have food and clothing and electricity, and these people don't. And here Poland, my friend who owns this business, is doing everything they can to take care of these people. Yeah, I really did. I felt so badly, and I felt so selfish in not recognizing, oh my gosh, I have companies in Poland, I have companies in countries that border Ukraine. What can I do to help them? I never thought, what can I do to help them, until I got the email. So this YouTube, we're going to donate 10%, not 10% of the profit, because that really equals not a lot of money when you're selling stuff for $2. So we're going to donate 10% of the total sales. You hear companies say we're going to donate 10% of the profit. Well, that means after they've paid everybody else, often including themselves, then whatever's left they're going to donate. But we're going to donate 10% of the total sales of this YouTube, and I'm going to send the money to this company because I trust them. And I know that if I send them the money, they will take it and they will use it however they best see fit. And if that means buying diapers or sleeping bags or hot meals, whatever it is, I know that they will take this money and they will do right by it. So for those of you who are still with me, I wanted to let you know that where some of your money is going to, because that's all I can do. All I can do is send money. I can't fly over there and help. So, and for those of you who see this as not appropriate for a crafting channel, maybe it's not appropriate for a crafting channel, perhaps, but it is appropriate for we're human. We are the same. We are all people, and we have to take care when somebody needs help, and they need help right now. So I'm going to stop talking about this because now it's time to get back to light and bright and happy. But I would feel I don't know the word I want to use. Not irresponsible. I need to help. So these people over in Ukraine and in the surrounding countries, they are moms and daughters and sisters and wives and aunts and husbands and brothers and uncles and grandpas and grandmas, just like us. Can't turn your back on that, can you? So, okay. So that's it. That's my speech for today. And if you turned me off, well, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And sometimes things have to be said and done that aren't necessarily craft. But now it is time to get into today's class. And I want to let you know I have Penny Black and Find It Trading. I've got a US launch of product from Find It Trading. I've got beautiful things for you. And we are going to start, we're going to start in one place and then move to another and then go to another. And at the end, we're going to tie it all up in a package. Let me tilt down. I'm going to grab some of the samples. Let me tilt down and show you some samples, okay? And then we'll get started for today. Thanks for your time. Bye. Gosh, I'm not normally at a loss for words, but yeah, today a little bit. Okay. So these cards were made by honorary SMS girl, Katie, and she made them. You can notice the colors. They would be the colors of the Ukraine flag. She made these not knowing about the email. I hadn't received the email yet. She was downstairs making samples, and she just felt compelled to put some cards together. Not that we can send them these cards, but gosh, if anybody there is watching, we just want them to know to stay positive and to never give up. Want them to know that they are not alone and that the world is watching. Never let go of your dreams and never give up. So these are sample cards made by honorary SMS girl Katie. And she just felt compelled to do something, to make something, to give, I don't know whether it's hope or encouragement, but they're beautiful. All right, so today we're going to start simple. We're going to start simple and we're going to go move into another product and then we're going to finally end up here. And they are all going to relate to each other when we get to the very end. I'm going to put a nice little bow around the package and explain to you why. I feel like this is a little... Explain to you why everything works together the way it does. It may not make sense as we're doing it, but once we get to the end, I think you're going to get there. So the first thing I'm going to bring out is some of the These are from Find It Trading. No, this isn't the worldwide launch. And these are die-cut card toppers. And that's what they call them over in Europe, die-cut card toppers. They are so pretty. I've got a whole collection of them. And they're just absolutely gorgeous. They're totally affordable. I want to say they're $1.59, maybe. They're so reasonable. But I want to show you how to use them. Here, this is the one that Katie used. If you have never crafted before, this is a super easy way for you to get started. Love them. So I think I'll open this one because it's got birds, and I'll open this one because it's just flowers. And let me show you how to use them. They don't require any kind of fussy cutting, nothing to cut out. They pop out all on their own, which is very nice. These are made from Find It Trading. And Find It Trading is also an international company that we do business with. Let's just get this open. And one pack, you get one sheet per pack, but you get 6 card toppers. Six card toppers. And again, how do you use them? Well, they just kind of pop out. This one's got a backing to it. They just kind of pop out. They're pre-die cut for you. And you just push them right out. No fussy cutting needed at all. And maybe we'll do this one. Oh, I like this one here. And gosh, these are gorgeous. Do this one here. And maybe this one here. So now that I've got them popped out, really I could put them on top of just about anything. You can take them straight onto a card if you want. You can mat with them if you want. I've got some Sizzix Opulent paper today. Actually, I've got some of this already cut. And let's see. Oh, that looks good on there. That looks good on there. That looks good there. What if we just take this one? And now if you have a die cut, you can certainly use a die cut. I'm just going to use my scissors. And kind of fussy cut and make some sort of a mat to go around it. That might be a little big. Let's trim it down just a little bit. So if you've got a die, you may be able to find a circle that's going to give you a beautiful mat. I'm just going to fussy cut and make just a little mat on it. And then you can tape it onto anything you want, whatever makes your heart happy. Let's do this one here. So to keep things simple on the rounds, I'm just going to keep them kind of squared. But I can do it on a diamond pattern. Let's see. for, gosh, what would look beautiful with this one? Let's see what I've got here that would look good on this. I don't know if the rose gold is gonna, no, that's not gonna look great. That one looks okay. Let's do this one in that. Actually, this one looks beautiful in that. Okay, I'll put that one to the side and let's do this one in this. So again, I'm just making some mats for them. And you can certainly, once you get them, sit down, pop them out, and pre-mat if you want. That way when it comes time to make a card, they're already done. You just grab whatever color works best for you. But that doesn't, you know, maybe I'll put this around it first. And do just a little mat in my silver. Just to help it pop a little bit on that. It almost blends in too much. So this is all Opulent paper by Sizzix. And Opulent paper is wonderful. It comes, I want to say, there's 7 different packs. Gold, silver, rose gold, charcoal, mystical, festive, and white. And I have never met anybody who didn't love their Opulent paper if they've purchased it. It comes in, it's a paper pack made up of specialty papers. So glitter and mirror and just a little bit of everything. Oh, see that pops. Look isn't that beautiful? I wonder if we take a little bit of some of these. I like it with the glitter. The glitter makes my heart happy. What if we just take a few of these and we'll add a second mat to it just so you can see. So this is all Opulent paper, and this is from the Rose Gold collection. The glitter paper, the glitter doesn't come on or come off. It stays right where it's supposed to be, doesn't flake everywhere. And I know you're all saying, just get a trimmer, Stacy, but I just don't do well with a trimmer. I struggle. The struggle is real for me. So I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm just going to do it by, look at how pretty is that. And then the last one, what would we want to do that one in? See, look at the finish on that. Well, let's try. Or maybe we'll chop this one. No, it almost blends into that one. Let's just cut this one down and then we'll mount them. So Find a Trading sells these little toppers that are pre-die cut for you. They're affordable. And they let you make 6 cards. Or you can use them for your layouts as embellishments. You can use them in junk journals. Does that look close? Okay, I've got 3 of them. I'm good. I'm just going to take a little Stacy tape and put them down just so they stick together. And that way when we come back and perhaps use them later, we're good to go. So Stacy tape, you would do a better job than this. I'm just wanting to get these down just to show you. That way if I use them a little bit later on, we're good to go. And close enough. A little bit of Stacy tape, it's double-sided tape. Put it down, peel the backing off. It is strong enough to hold plastic and paper and metal and fabric and you name it, it'll hold it. So there's one. Let's get these two done real quick, and then I'm going to bring out the penny black. So if you are new to card making and you don't have stamps and you don't have die cuts and you just want to play, you just want to try, this is an excellent way for you to start. You get some pretty paper, you get some of the Find It scenery die cut pages, toppers, get some card bases, and you can be creating cards in just a matter of minutes. Be creating tags or bookmarks in just a matter of minutes. All right, so that'll give me 3 of these to play with. And I might do something with that one over there once we get down to seeing what colors I end up using. So my YouTubes are not edited, and they're a one take all the way through. No oh, that was way off. No voiceovers or anything like that. Pretty much what you see is what you get, whether it works or not. Okay, that tells you how strong Stacy tape is. Now I'm not going to worry about that because nobody's going to see it. So I'm just going to reline it up and try again. It's a little better. And a little on the back. So this is a good way to use up a lot of your scraps, these card toppers. And you can go through your scraps, you can mount a bunch of these and have them ready to go next time you need to make something quick and easy. They are not self-adhesive. Pretty simple. So I'm going to keep these handy because we're going to use them at some point. Then I'm going to bring over Penny Black. Penny Black has stickers. Now I want to let you know that we bought all of them. So I wanted to be 100% positive that we had them here, that there was, the inventory was as good as it possibly could be. The best way to do that is to buy them all. These are stickers. They're beautiful, right? They are just stunning stickers. You're like, I surpassed stickers a long time ago. And I'm like, well, maybe, but I don't know that you want to pass these up. I only have so many styles, and because we bought all that they have, and they're being discontinued. So when they are gone, they are gone. All right, so let's take some of these, and depending on what you want to mat it on, you can put it on white or black paper or specialty paper. I might start with some black, and let's take something from this one. How about we go here? Mount it right there. It's a matte sticker, so there's no shine to it. And maybe that's what makes it so different from everybody else's, is that they're a matte sticker. And pretty darn quickly, I can have it cut out and oh, it is, it's that size, that works. pretty darn quickly. I can absolutely change the look of it. So let's put this one down. And now I've got another topper ready to go. Easy done. Put that one to the side. Let's go ahead and take one from here. No, maybe a gold. That satin gold is certainly pretty. How about we try and grab this one? Just peels right off. Put it right on my satin gold. Cut it out. So the penny black stickers, we are limited to what they had. I bought everything they had, and when they're gone, they're gone. And they're inexpensive. They're just a little bit over $2 per sticker set. And that means you can get here 6 cards. Here, you might be able to do more than 6 cards. So where can you get 6 cards for that kind of price? Okay, and let's pull the black and now put it on the black. Oh, that's beautiful. That works for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape that right on down. And I'm just making card toppers just so we have them a little bit later. But if you think you've passed stickers, that you're beyond a sticker, you know, sometimes you need something quick and easy. And these are not ordinary stickers. They're stunning. Penny Black is known for pretty. That's what they do. They do pretty. And their stickers are no exception. Okay. It's ready to go on a card and a sentiment, and you're done. And let's see, how about something from this one? How about something from this one? Maybe this one? Do I want to put it on white? Let's put it on white and see what happens when I put it onto white. All right, well, that didn't go down very straight, but we're just going to fix it. And I just want a small border on this one. Small mat. Small white mat. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take that one and look at how pretty is that, right? All on Opulent paper. I'm going to tape that down. And then we will move on because I will have some card toppers to play with for a little bit later on. Tape that down and let's cut it out. And again, you may use a trimmer. I am freehanding. And I know it drives half of you crazy when I do it, but that's okay. And I think I might just triple mat and just add a little bit of that black just to make it pop. Okay, so Penny Black and Find It Trading give you inexpensive ways to create cards without stamping, without die cutting. They just give you beautiful ways to make lovely things that are simple and easy and affordable. And you can use up those scraps that you have to do all your matting. All right, so let's move on. Now I'm going to take a step and jump. So we're going to move from the die cut, or the die cuts and the stickers into a stamp. And this is the Stampendous stamp that kind of is it's a little odd, but I looked at it and I thought, gosh, I think that I can do something with that. I wanted to play with it desperately once I had it. So let me move those over there and that up here, and let me show you the stamp. I know, right? It looks a little weird, huh? It's a little odd little stamp set, and you're like, but what do I do with those? Well, do you create backgrounds? Do you need backgrounds? Do you want to put one of the card toppers on a background? You want to stamp it? This is an easy way of doing it. There are 3 different stamps that give you 3 different backgrounds, and in each one you can change up the way it looks. So it's not just that there's 3 different backgrounds. There's backgrounds that can be made, 2 or 3 different backgrounds that can be made with this stamp set, this one right here alone. 2 or 3 that can be made with this one here alone. All on how you rotate it and move it, and it's a wonderful little stamp that I think if you were walking in a retail store and you saw this, you may pass it up. You have to see it. I had to pull it out of the package to understand it. So I did, and we're going to use it now. I'm going to bring over some white paper. Let's move these. I don't want to lose them. Let's move this. I'm going to bring over some white paper, and we're going to stamp with this. I've got my gush pad. Now, gush pads we are completely and totally sold out on. What's a gush pad? It is a piece of dense foam. It's not so gushy that it just sinks. You could just stick your hand right in and it's going to press on down. But it's not so firm that it doesn't have some give. Doris also made a stamp pad, and Michaels closed them up when they bought them. So Doris is around no more. I don't know who else has them, and they should be relatively inexpensive. This is half of my gush pad, and we sold it for like $1.99. So they should be relatively inexpensive. A mouse pad is not the same. You need to find some kind of a foam that's got some density to it, but not so gushy that you just can press into it and it just blah, but not so hard that it feels like you're pressing on a table. I've got some paper here, and I've got my stamp set that I have been working with. I'm going to start with the diamond pattern, and let's grab a block. And you may be thinking, I already have a Harlequin pattern stamp. You know, I've got a full-size background stamp ready to go in that kind of a pattern. And you very well might, and it may work great for you. But this is going to give you more options because it's not the full stamp set. Boy, I did a horrible job cutting that, but that's okay. We'll trim it later. So I've got my stamp set and I've got it on my block. Now it's a clear stamp. My stamp has been stained because I have been using inks with it. Some inks will stain a clear stamp. Does that cause a problem? No. Once it's clean, then it stamps again without any issue. You just have to use a little baby wipe or some Dawn dishwashing detergent to clean it off once you are done. And when it's brand new, you certainly want to give it a little wipe down and maybe stamp off a couple times because it's got a little bit of residue from the liner that is on top of it. It's sandwiched in between two pieces of plastic. And when you pull that first piece of plastic off so you can get your stamp off, it will leave a little bit of a residue. So you may want to just clean the stamp before you use it. And stamps are kind of like good pots, like copper pots or your cast iron skillet. The more you use it, the better it gets. And that's just the way stamps are. If you are using a clear stamp, you do want to stay away from a very solvent type of cleaner because it will start to eat away at the stamp. So if you're using a StazOn cleaner on this, you want to get in there, put it on, get it off. You don't want to leave it on there because StazOn is a solvent-based cleaner and can cause damage to your stamp. I'm the girl who uses just a baby wipe, and half the time I don't clean my stamps. So, all right, so I'm going to stamp with this, and we're just going to get started. And I think I'm going to do it just in one color to begin with, and then we will move on. So let's see. I'm going to ink it up. And I'm using the Hero Arts cubes that we have. We sell them exclusively, the cubes in open stock. We just added 4 new colors last week, and I'm just going to go down, and I'm going to go A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and give a press. And there. Ink it up again. And follow suit. And ready? ABC, 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing chest compressions. I'm just trying to give nice all over pressure, and it's kind of pushing into my gush pad so that my stamp and my paper make a better connection. And up. And let's go all the way down. So the stamp is the perfect size for an A2 card. But it's also a stamp that lets you do a continuous line. So you can just stamp all the way down, and all I've done is move my stamp continuously down. And I'm actually putting a little chevron pattern into my design. And down I go. Okay, so I put a little chevron pattern in my design. Let's just trim this out. Cute, right? But that's not the only pattern that I can do with this. Let's grab another piece of paper. And let's start again. And this time I'm going to kind of start in the middle of my paper. Kind of maybe right here. Not totally in the middle, but that's okay. And instead of moving it down like I was doing, I'm going to change the pattern by just rotating my stamp. I'm going to change my pattern. And up. And we'll do it this way. And up, and we'll do one more towards the bottom. So I've rotated my stamp to change my pattern. And let's trim it out. So I had something that looks like this. And take that top off. Or I could leave it on. I had something that looked like this. Now I have something that looks like that. Same stamp. I just rotated the pattern. I just twisted it. I just flipped it. I did a 180-degree flip and stamped with it. But you can change it up again and again. You can change it up depending on what color inks you use. What if I like this chevron, which is this one? So more chevron, more harlequin. You have options. And this is just one stamp of the three. What if I change it up again? What if I go here, and then maybe I go I don't know if I'll get it all in, but we'll try. Should have gone maybe a little bit higher, but you'll get the idea. Now I didn't clean my stamp. I'm just going to go and I'm putting charcoal on top of it, a charcoal gray. So a little of my pink might blend in with that, and I am perfectly okay with that. And let's do that again. And this time my chevrons are a little closer together. They're not quite as wide. And it's all up to you. And if you have a stamp positioner, you can absolutely use that with this. And then let's finish. And again, I didn't clean. I'm just going to do it and be okay. So now I've played with color. Let's trim the sides. It really can be anything that you want it to be, just depending on how you layer your color. Could I have done this one with multiple colors? Absolutely. They're easy to use. Let's try the next one. Okay, grab another piece of paper. And this time, as opposed to going vertical, I'm going to go horizontal. Let's see. And let's use maybe raspberry jam. Well, that's what I was using. What colors do I have over here? Well, I'll go ahead and use raspberry jam. So raspberry jam is one of the new colors. We released 24 colors last year for Hero Arts in the cubes sold as open stock. This year we're bringing out 16 new colors. Well, they're not new, but they're new and open stock so that you can just have the colors that you need. And raspberry jam is one of those colors. Okay, so this time I'm going to go horizontally so I can show you how the stamp can extend, and all of the stamps can work this way. So 1, 2, 3, let's give a good press. And up. And then I'm going to re-ink it. And I'm just going to move it down the road. All I'm going to do is move it down the road. Line it back up. And press. How cool is that, right? That's a cool stamp. And now I can wash, rinse, and repeat. This time I'm going to offset just a little bit. Just a little offset. And down. And up. So I offset it just a little bit so that my first stamp, the first piece of the stamp, which is off the paper. That way my lines don't line up exactly. And let's take it and do it again. And it's just a wash, rinse, and repeat. Now all you have to do is line it up. And you don't have to be perfect, you just got to go for it. But you can see how you could continually move it along a piece of paper so that you have it in the length that you need. That is such a cool stamp. And then we'll do the last row. And now I'm back to the way I started, where the entire stamp is on my paper. And let's give a press. And up. And again, you could change the colors of these. You could rotate colors. You could layer colors. It's up to you what you want to do. I just want to create a cool background. Trim it out. And that's just a really cool background. Could I change my colors? Absolutely. Could I do something along this line? Absolutely. And layer my colors so that you have multiple colors coming down. Sure, super easy to do. Let's see, maybe I clean it real quick. Baby wipe. And let's do one vertically. And I'll stick in the same colors. So let's go 1, and then let's go into that gray because we've got it here. I'm not going to clean my stamp, so a little bit of that raspberry jam is going to come through it. Close enough? And I think I will take and just do a little bit off of this one right here, just so it extends all the way out when I trim it. Good. And then I'm not going to clean it, and I'm just going to add more gray to it, and I'm going to do the bottom. And I'm back to my original stamp, the layout of it, to where now all my lines kind of are offset from each other. And that looks okay. And done. Up to you what you want it to look like. You have options. And then let's work on the last stamp, and let me show you the last stamp that comes on that set. And for the last stamp, we're going to change it up again. So I'm going to stamp it for you so you can see what it looks like. Let's see. Maybe my soft purple. So soft purple is also one of the new colors. I didn't clean it. I wonder if there's some green still on this. We'll see when we pull it. No. Let's add some more soft purple. And I'm just going to bring it on down and line it on up. So that's what it looks like right now. A little weird, but I'm going to bring it on down and I'm just going to line it on up. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And up. It's a very cool stamp. And one more time. And the stamp is the same. You are able to take it and move it and make something as long as you need. Vertically, horizontally, it's up to you. There's no beginning and there's no end. You just keep going. Okay. And again, I could do what I did here and what I did here by taking different inks and working my way down. You can put it this way. You can put any of them and just rotate it. It's all up to you what you want it to look like. But I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go a little bit further with it. I'm going to grab another piece of white paper, but this time I'm going to grab some Versamark. What is Versamark? Versamark is a embossing medium. So it's a watermark, which means that if I were to put Versamark onto my stamp and then a piece of paper, let's see if I've got here's a piece of black. So if I was to take my Versamark and put it onto my stamp and then stamp it onto a piece of black paper or colored paper, it leaves a watermark. So if I just let this dry, it's going to dry like that as a slight watermark on the back of my paper. So it gives your paper an image without it actually changing the paper. If you look at it this way, you don't see it. You don't see the watermark until you start to turn it, right? So it gives some depth and perception to your paper without actually adding any additional color to it. So Versamark is known for a watermark, but it's also known as an embossing medium. And this is for heat embossing. So this is where we're going to take some, in fact, I'm going to do that on here. I'm going to just, before I stamp this, this is where we're going to take some powder, put it onto our Versamark here. So I've decided I don't want to use it as a watermark. I actually want to emboss with it. And let's see, let's do some copper embossing powder. So embossing powder is a finely ground up plastic. And there's different types of embossing powder. There's detailed embossing powder, there's regular embossing powder, there's chunky embossing powder, there's deep etched or deep impression embossing powder. All of it's a little bit different. The powder's the same. What changes is how finely it's ground. That's what makes the difference. So a white embossing powder and a white detailed embossing powder are exactly the same plastic. The difference is how fine is it ground. We tend to use detailed embossing powder a lot. Detailed embossing powder is it's ground finer than a standard embossing powder. And what does that matter? Why does it matter that it's ground finer? Well, the finer the powder, the more detail it will hold on to. So if you've got words, if you've got a stamp that's got words on it and you're trying to do embossing, and when you're done, your words are not as crisp or as sharp as you would like them, try a detailed embossing powder. Because the grind is finer, when you heat it, it doesn't spread as much because the particles are smaller. It holds on to all that little detail. Where if I was to use a chunky embossing powder with this, those are ground much heavier, much bigger, and it would not be able to hold on to the detail. Not only that, when I heat it, because they're much bigger, they're going to spread more. So we do Stampendice's detailed embossing powder, and I just want to show what happens with we're going to do it on white paper too, but I want to ruin this one so people can see. Now this is a heat tool. It's not a blow dryer and it's not a paint stripper. It's a heat tool. Can you use a paint stripper? Sure, but please be careful because you will burn things easily. Ranger has a heat tool that looks like a little blow dryer. It gets hotter than a blow dryer, and you need this to be hot enough to melt that plastic into a solid. A blow dryer that you have at home is not going to work. It's never going to get hot enough. And a heat tool is going to singe your hair. Don't use a heat tool. Now the Sizzix is nice because it has 2 speeds. And it lets me get close enough to my embossing powder without burning it. And that's the difference with a lot of heat tools. If you get this close to your embossing powder, you were going to burn your paper. And with the 2 speeds, if you're not comfortable with a cylinder tool, you can start with the slower. It's going to take a little longer to melt everything, but you'll feel more comfortable. Eventually, you'll just go to the high because you will have learned how to use the tool properly. Also, when you're embossing, it takes heat to melt this powdered plastic into a solid, and it takes concentrated heat. So if you start here and you do this, you're taking the heat on and then you're moving it off, and then you're taking it on and then you're moving it off. You want to leave your heat there long enough for you to see it start to turn color, and you will see it start to turn color. If I do this, I'm adding heat, taking it away. The minute I take it away, this starts to cool, and then I bring it back, and now it's got to reheat again and get to the point of melt, and then I move it, and I'm constantly heating, not heating, heating, not heating. Do you want me to melt? Do you not want me to melt? Do you want me to melt? Do you not want me to melt? So you leave it in one area, and as you see it turn, then you start to move your heat tool. Let's do that. Can you see it turning? Okay, let's stop there. So you can see the difference. Clearly, this has not had any heat to it at all, and it's still a powder. Over here, can you see this dark spot here? That hasn't had enough heat yet to turn into a solid. How long does this take to cool? Once your paper is cool, so is your embossing powder. Now I need to go back there and heat that, because it will just wipe away if I don't. Done. But I still have this over here. And what if I get that far and think that I'm done? What's going to happen here? Just wipes away, because it never had a chance to be changed into a solid. Embossing powder is wonderful. It's beautiful. It's affordable, and it lasts a long, long time. You just have to use it properly. So let's go ahead and let's bring over my white paper. And this time I know that folks have sometimes a difficult time seeing where they've embossed. So you absolutely can take, if you're using an embossing powder that would be opaque. So this you don't see the black paper underneath it. It covers that paper up. You don't see it. All the detailed embossing powders I'm using, with the exception of the transparent, is opaque, which means that you're not going to be able to see the white paper underneath. So if it's easier for you, you absolutely can take a ink pad and just lightly ink up your stamp, and then come and get some Versamark on top of it. Is that going to hurt your stamp? No. Is it going to change your Versamark pad? Yes. Look at how old and yucky mine is, but it still works. This started out as white. Not white anymore. And I'm just going to add some Versamark to it. And then let's go. And pull up. And now I can see where my Versamark is. And let's Versamark again. And let's kind of line it on up. And up. It's a little lighter, which is fine. I just want to be able to see where I've put my Versamark. Sometimes it can be hard on the eyes because the Versamark medium is clear. It's transparent. And last but not least, let's do it one more time. And let's just line it on up. and hopefully I've got a good impression. Okay. Now it's time to put our powder down. What color we want to use? How about silver? So I tend to dump my embossing powder. I do. Because I know that almost all of it's going to go right back in the tub. I can see that my embossing powder is everywhere. Anywhere I think it might have missed or doesn't have enough, I can certainly go back and put a little more on. That looks pretty good to me. And then I'm going to put the rest of it right back away, which is why a jar lasts you a really long time. Now, I didn't take an anti-static mic card before. Oh, and look at, I got my finger in it. I didn't take an anti-static mic card before I started. You can certainly take like a dryer sheet and put it all over your card to get rid of the static. You can get one of the little pouches that has baby powder in it, and that will take care of your static. I've made my own little pouch that has baby powder in it. I took a pair of old pantyhose, put some baby powder in it, twisted it, folded it back into itself, twisted it, folded it back into itself, tied a knot, and you just rub it all over your paper. And what that does is it keeps the little embossing powder, little extras, from getting everywhere. Now I've got a little extra embossing powder in a few places. You can see it there. You can see it maybe right down there. I'm just going to take a paintbrush, a dry brush, and I'm just going to brush those off because my powder is not a solid yet, so I can get rid of it, and I'm just going to brush that off. And just like that, poof. Now we have to heat set. You gotta heat set because if I were to put my hand across here, it would wipe all off. It's not been made into a solid yet. So I'm gonna start in one place. And as I see it change, I'm going to move my heat tool with it. Okay. So do you see the difference? What's been changed into a solid is that beautiful silver, and what still needs to be changed is that dark powder. And now I'm just going to look and say, do I see any place that needs still more heat? I see there. I can tell you right there it needs more heat. Definitely. Maybe right in there. So I'm just going to bring it back. And now it looks good. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. But maybe we don't want to leave it like this. Maybe I'll leave that one. Let's do it one more time. Super quick. I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on my, just so I can see where my Versamark is. Let's go 1, 2, 3, ABC. Ready? One, two, three, ABC, and up. And again, Versamark, and line it up. And 1, 2, 3, ABC, and up, and Versamark, and line it up. Up. Put our embossing powder color down. What color do we want to use? How about gold? I'm just going to dump it right down on top. Let gravity do the work. Anywhere I missed, I can come back in, make sure that I've got it covered. Okay. Put my extra embossing powder done back into its jar. Let's take a look and see what I have. So I've got a couple places to wipe up, and I've got a couple little holes. See that hole right in the middle of that one? And right there? So that means I didn't get my Versamark down good enough. What am I going to do to fix that? I'm just going to take a Versamark pen. So this pen, this marker, has a brush tip and it has a bullet tip. And it's got the exact same liquid as this. Is this refillable? No. I'm just going to go in, and where I didn't have enough Versamark, I'm just going to add a little by way of my oops pin. So this is my oopsie pin. When you've made a mistake and you don't want to go back and have to re-emboss the whole thing, re-stamp the whole thing, just use a little bit of a Versamark pen. And poof. Mistake fixed. Little oopsies happen all the time. This is crafting. You're making this by hand. Now I can go in and take my little brush and get rid of some of this extra that I don't need. And just brush it away. And again, you're welcome to use a static pen, static cloth. Okay, I'm good. Let's heat. And I'm going to watch it change. And as it's changing, I'm moving my heat tool. So can you see the difference? Embossing is like magic. Okay, did I get everywhere? That looks pretty good to me, right? I think that looks pretty good. Now, what do I want to do with this? Well, I can either use it just the way it is, or I can take these and I can color them. What do you mean color them? Well, because it's embossing powder and because embossing powder is a plastic, I can now take ink and go over the top of it, and the embossing powder will act as a resist. It'll act as a resist. Yes, yes it will. Let's see. How about we do some purple? Let's see what the purple looks like. And I'm just going to take my pad and I'm just going to go straight to it. So let's just see what we get. I'm just going to go straight to it. Oh, staff's in. Some mess peeps are here. I hear them coming in. So if you are stamping your sentiment and you want your background to match, this is a great way to do it. So now all I have to do is take a baby wipe and wipe right over that, and all the extra purple that's on the silver is going to come up. Look at that, it's so pretty! So pretty. Love, love, love. Gosh, and if I wanted to, I could deepen the color if it made my heart happy, if I wanted to kind of deepen the edges. And then come back and just kind of wipe up the extra purple. So pretty and easy to do. Let's do this one. We have that one too. What color do we want to do that? Gosh, what colors? Maybe we'll do that one in the raspberry jam. So the soft purple is new. The raspberry jam is new. Soft brown and orchid. Those are the 4 new colors. Pretty cool, right? Talk about a quick and easy way. And everything's going to match. If I'm stamping a sentiment with that color, it's all going to match. Bam. Right? You got this. You can do this. This is easy. We need to back that on something. You've got this. Piece of cake. These stamps are so unique and so cool and allow you to do so much. That you just can't go wrong. You need to make backgrounds. These are unique backgrounds. They're fun backgrounds. They can be so elegant. Nope, not that one. I'd have to cut that one down to size. I'd have to make it bigger to mat on there, but it sure would be pretty. Okay, so we need to move on. So now we have talked about the stickers from Penny Black. We've talked about the toppers from actually we put it that way. Pretty from Find It. We talked about the stamp from Stampendous and how versatile it is. Really pretty. And now we need to talk about the dies. The last thing we have today is the dies. And the dies are by Find It. So all of these I need to keep. The dies are by Find It, and they are only found here in the United States right now. We have the US launch for them. I'm going to tell you that they are so new that we don't even have proper packaging for them yet. You're like, what? It gets here on the 16th. I think the 16th. This is all I've got. There's the die, but this is it. I don't even have pretty packaging, and I only have one of everything to show you. I have got 8 new Dottie designs, and I've bundled them in. You can get just one if you love just one, but I've bundled them in 2 different I Want It All packages. Kind of the more less, I want to say less elaborate, although that's very elaborate, into one bundle. But you can obviously see, oh, that one went into the wrong one. Let's see. That one doesn't go there. And I bet this one doesn't go here. Well, yeah, it sure doesn't. You can see this one is a lot more detailed. Than this one. It's cute, but a lot more detailed. In fact, I think that these might be, I think these will be the 2 I use, but there's one more that I love, love, love. Oh, I love, love, love this one. Love, love, love them. So what makes these so amazing? Well, first off, they make an A6 card. So an A6 card is slightly different than an A2 card. It's well, depending on how you're looking at it, it's not quite as wide, but just a hair bit taller. They are almost the same size. Really, they are. So A6 is a very popular size in European countries. And a lot of product now is coming in, or I'm sorry, A4 is now a popular size in European countries, as is the A6 cards. So A4 paper and A6 cards are more typical in Europe than they are in the United States. They don't really do the 8.5 by 11 size and then cut it in half and score it to get an A2. They don't know what an A2 card size is. I'll tell you, I ordered paper samples. Okay, so I ordered paper samples from Find It. A couple years ago, I ordered some paper samples from them, and I asked for A2 size. They sent me a sheet. They sent me sheets of paper that were this big. I'm like, I don't understand. Why did you send me sheets this big? In the Netherlands, A2 is this big, not this big. So A6 is a typical size for them, and A4 paper is what you commonly see, which is why all the Sizzix paper is now A4 paper. It's not 8.5 by 11. All the Opulent paper that we have for you is A4 because Ellison Sizzix is a global company, and A4 tends to be more recognizable in more countries. So same with an A6 card size. In fact, Ellison, I believe all of their embossing folders are an A6 size. Who knew? Okay, so I have these in from Find It, from Remco. And let me tell you, it's Remco at the ready. There you go, Remco. You have a nickname, Remco at the ready. He's my guy at Find It. And he's like, Stacy, we've got these card making dies. They're amazing. And yes, there will be Christmas. He just sent me the pictures of them. Oh my gosh. And wait till you hear the price. They retail for $13.99. And then we put them on sale. So let's say $14 less $2.80. So that would make it $12.20. Am I $12.20? I think that sounds right for a card making die. It's got the score line, beautiful edges, and you have simple and cute and elegant, but how do you use them? Well, let's get to that. I think I'm going to cut this one first. They are beautiful and so affordable. So if you've got $25, you can get a card die, the penny black stickers, and when they're gone, they're gone. We have a couple hundred of this, and a couple hundred of this, and a couple hundred of this, and a couple, I mean, really, when they're gone, we bought all Penny Black had, and they're being discontinued. So when they are gone, they are gone. Oh my gosh, we have this one too. So between the Penny Black stickers and the stunning card toppers from Find It, and these are like $1.59, and then they're on sale. For $25, you can get a die and a bunch of card toppers and start making. Absolutely. Now, if you have a little bit more, you can add some Opulent paper, because the Opulent paper, you're like, well, Stacy, you've talked about Opulent, but what is it? Okay, so Opulent paper is by Sizzix, and I will tell you, and I hate to do this, but I don't like to not talk to you. So Ellison was here years ago when Opulent first came out, and they were sitting right here at this table, and we were having a meeting. And this was when Mr. Big Shot David was still with the company, and he and Sizzix Sarah were here, and they were sitting on the other side of the table, and I was over here, and David was being so professional and showing me all the new Sizzix, and I'm like, that looks lovely. And then Sarah reached down into their suitcase. Now, they brought a suitcase because that's the easiest way to travel with things. They're in Lake Forest, so they just drove up. But Sarah reached down into her suitcase, and she started to bring Opulent paper out. Okay, so my mind is going, oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, I have to touch it. I have to see it. I have to play with it. I forgot all about the dies that were in front of me, but I have to remain calm and cool. So I'm like, yeah, those are nice. And what's Sarah bringing out? What is that over there? Because if I was like, holy smokes, artichokes, what is that, Sarah? They'd be like going, wah, we've got her. So I gotta calm down, stay cool. And they brought it out, and it was the first time like anybody had seen Opulent. So what is Opulent paper? It is magic. It is beautiful. And I'm harassing them to make more more colors. We want black, real black, not charcoal. We want navies. We want blues. We need blues. So Opulent is a pack of 50 sheets of paper. There are 5 specialty finish papers in each pack. There's a glitter paper, a matte paper, a metal paper, a pearl paper, and a mirror paper. Each of the packs might have a slightly different finish to them, but they all have 5 specialty type papers in A4 size, 10 sheets of each, and at a wonderful price, really wonderful. So they do it in colors like this is a mystical. Holy smokes. If you ever go back and see a YouTube that I did with this paper and stays on, it's magic. This is the mystical pack. So you've got glitter, and you've got glitter ombre, and you've got iridescent, and you've got holographic, and you've got mirror, and you've got 10 sheets of each. And this is the gold. You've got the mirror, and you've got the pearl, and you've got the brushed metal, and you've got the matte, and you've got the glitter. So oodles of different packaging. There's 7 different Opulent papers, and we will put them all on sale for you. Here's the charcoal. Love the charcoal. Would love to have a black. Oh, would I love to have a black. There's festive, which gives you the Christmas colors. So I'm going to play with this, and I'm going to die cut Remco at the ready. Bless his heart. He had to get these to me quick. Okay, let's grab a piece of paper. And I don't know, I want to do gold mirror. Ooh, right? So let's cut a size. And because I'm using the Big Shot machine, the standard Big Shot machine, these dies are almost the same size as the machine. This is about as big as you can get. I would think these are very close to a Sizzix L die. So that's a large die, not an XL die. It's bigger than a Biggs, but smaller than an XL. Will these go through a cuddle bug? No. Womp, womp, womp. Will they go through your Vagabond? Yes. Your Platinum? Yes. Your Platinum 6? Yes. Your Gemini? Yes. Your Grand Caliber? Yes. Your Cuttlebug? No. Want, want, want. Your Sizzix Plus? Your Pro? Your Switch? Absolutely. In fact, those are a little bit wider, so it gives you a little bit more room, which is kind of nice. But today I'm using my tried and true Sizzix Big Shot machine, which is a crank machine. And I'm just gonna roll it on through. Now, I do not need to use a precision base plate with the die that I am using right now. This I will need to use when I get to the more detailed dies. I do have my base platform that comes with my machine and my solo shim that comes with my machine. I also have one of the clear plates that comes with my machine. It has been cut into, and you do get 2 of these. These are meant to show the cuts. That's what they do. This is what the die will bite into to make the cut, because you have to remember that it's just a fine little edge that's cutting that. It's cutting paper. There's no blade in this at all. So it's got to kind of bite into something to push that pressure to make the cut. And that's what the cutting pads are for. Hello, something got here. Now you get 2 of them, and I would always recommend that you mark one of them a do not cut plate. I have a separate do not cut plate, and it's in another color. This happens to be my ruby red glitter cutting pads that I did with Ellison years ago. A do not cut plate is a plate that you try not to cut into, because every time you cut into a plate, it will slightly warp it. After a while, you won't be able to see through this. You will use it and use it and use it until it cracks, but it may start to slightly warp, and there are ways to get warpage out, but at some point, it just is what it is. But if you have one plate that stays really nice and pretty straight, it always helps guide it through the machine easier. So you can absolutely take one of your clear plates that you get with your machine and put a little label, do not cut. And then when your cut plate gets too bad, then you take your old do not cut plate and make it the cut plate, and then buy two new clear ones, or however you want to do it, and make one of them a do not cut and put the other one away. It's just nice to have them. I'm going to tell you that, and again, I'm going to look up at you because this is important. People have had lots of questions about the Magic Mat. I've never used one. I don't own one. I haven't played with one. What I can tell you is that for most manufacturers, and you need to check with the manufacturer of your die cutting machine. While you can use everybody's dies in their machines and everybody's embossing folders in their machines, quite often you cannot use other people's tools in their machines, and a Magic Mat would be considered a tool. The platforms are a tool. You can use Spellbinder's dies in your Big Shot machine all day long, but you probably shouldn't use their platforms. Every machine is a little different. So when you buy your machine from Sizzix or wherever you're going to get it from, we have them, but you get a 1-year warranty to start with. And then if you register your machine, I believe that there's an additional 2 years, is my understanding. Go register your machine. But you can't use a Magic Mat in the machine. You can if you want to, if you understand that if something happens to your machine, it could void the warranty. Just know that ahead. And every manufacturer is different. You would have to look up the warranty information on your machine from the manufacturer you purchased it from to make sure. And then make an informed decision. Oh yeah, I don't care. I'm using it. I'm using my Magic Mat. I'm using whatever I want in my machine. And if it breaks, so be it. Or I just had to save 3 years to get this machine, and I'm not going to do anything that could cause harm. And if it breaks, I want to make sure that my warranty will cover it. These are your decisions to make, but you need to know ahead of time. Once you cross a bridge, you've crossed the bridge sometimes. You didn't know you crossed until you crossed. And I want to give you the information so that that's not the case, so that as you're crossing the bridge, you know what happens when you get to the other side. Whether your warranty will still be intact or not. So just know, every machine out there wants you to use everybody's dies in it. But the tools are a different story, and that is because each machine from every manufacturer is manufactured a little differently and spec'd a little differently. And what will work with one may not work with the other. Okay? So down we go. I gave you my 2 cents because this is an investment. For some people, this will be the most expensive tool they have in their crafty arsenal. Now, they may have enough paper to cover the whole cost of this, but as a one-time purchase, this may be the most expensive thing you do. All right, so I've got my platform down, I've got my solo shim down, I've got my cut plate. These all come with your machine. I've got my paper, which I think I'm going to trim down just maybe a little bit more. Just a hair. I'm going to put it on and you can see it fits by the hair of my chinny chin chin, but that's all it needs to do. And then I'm going to put my do not cut plate on, and I'm going to send it through. Now, typically, we would rotate this just slightly so that a straight edge does not hit the straight edge of the rollers, because you will hear a ka-thump at a couple different places. This die is too big to rotate, so we just have to take it. We got to take it head on, and away we go. And send it through. Oh, not too bad, but we might get one here at the end. And is it gonna ka-thump? Yep, it's gonna ka-thump. I know that sounds bad. I do, but it's not gonna hurt the die, and it's not gonna hurt the plate. And for good measure, if I want, I can just send it on back. Just for good measure. For some reason, it doesn't thump nearly on the way back as it does on the way there. Okay, that was me getting excited. That was so wrong. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Right? So, one pack of Opulent gives you 50 sheets. You could make 50 card bases with specialty paper, one die, one pack, and you are good to go. Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. So, easy to do. The paper has got a nice inside, so you could, if you want, matte on the inside, absolutely. I could take the gold and cut some mattes, or some black and cut some mattes, up to you. But look at how pretty is that. Okay, let's see. What if I take, let's see. Let's grab another one. One of the less intricate ones. But still has some floral on it. This has some floral on it. It's one of the less intricate ones. I don't even know the name of it yet. I don't even know. But let's play with that one for just a minute, and let's do it in that rose gold. Yum. It's been a long time since I've done a YouTube where I literally have prototypes of the product. But girl's got to do what a girl's got to do if she wants to have it first in the US. Again, we did them in 2 bundles. So this, even though it's got a little floral, this and the Dottie scallop and 2 more make bundle 1. And then the more intricate make bundle number 2. They're the same price, whether you do the more simple or the more intricate. What I do want to tell you is that these dies are going to bend. No question about it. So the girls have been making samples with them because they're the only ones we had. And they are going to slightly warp. There's no question about it. There's nothing in the middle to make it rigid, to hold it in place and to keep it in place. They're an open frame die. Now, why are they an open frame die for, why didn't they utilize the space? I'm pretty sure that they did. I'm pretty sure that they put other dies here and used and packaged those differently. And instead of giving you more, I'm pretty sure that they took what the centers out and used it for something else, but kept this price so low. So they were able to, instead of giving you more, maybe some circles or some ovals put in here, and charging $24.99 or $29.99, They used those someplace else, packaged them, or selling them differently, and are able to offer this one at $13.99. That works. I'm good for that. But because there's no center, there's no structure to it, it's going to warp. Does it hurt the die? No, no, no. You can flex it back into place, absolutely. Doesn't hurt the die, doesn't hurt the machine. Just do it. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so let's put this on there. It might be a little wide, but we'll see. Like I say, by the hair of a chinny chin chin sometimes. If you have an extended platform, the longer one, well, that's going to be a little bit more of a help because you don't have to be it won't be as close. You'll have the length of that platform. But I do, but the machine doesn't come with it. So I want you to see that you can use these dies as the machine comes. Oh, no real ka-thumps. And over the last hurdle, a little ka-thump. So I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to send back. And for some reason, the sending back always is a little less loud. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, see, I didn't get quite a good cut there. There might not be enough pressure. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to send it through again. Now, I know that this is off my platform. I get that. But I don't care. That's already cut. I just want to cut this piece and get enough pressure so that it cuts through. That's all I care about. I'm not going to send it all the way through. In fact, let's take the whole platform, the whole plate, and move that up. And let's see if I can get a better cut. And if not, we might have to use the precision base plate. And then I'm going to rotate. Just because it'll hit the die in a different way, the roller will. Let's see what I got. Nope. So I still don't have a good cut down there. I'm going to need to use my precision base plate with this. It's just too detailed. So let's just take this off. Can I snip this off? Snip. Snip. Just to get rid of the excess because I don't need it. So what's a precision base plate? A precision base plate is a tool made by Sizzix to go with the Sizzix machines. So if you use a precision base plate in your Spellbinders machine, will it void your warranty? I have no idea. You'll have to look at your warranty and see. And you may be perfectly fine to say, I don't care. It makes my intricate cut dies fall out easy peasy and I want to use it. Go ahead. If you can read the directions on how to use a precision base plate and you're about to send it through your machine, you're doing it wrong. The precision base plate takes the place of your bottom cut plate. So I'm no longer going to need this right now. I'm going to need the precision base plate with either the chrome or the black facing up. The older plates have a black top that you want facing you. This is version 3 of the precision base plate and it is made out of chrome. So I'm going to use that as my bottom cut plate. But if I'm seeing it this way and I've put my die on and I've put my do not cut plate on and I can read the directions, stop, turn it around. You need to see either the chrome or the black. Then I put my die on. Then I put my do not cut on, and then I send it through. Let's see what we get. So a precision base plate isn't meant for everything. It's not meant for open frame dies. See how open this is? I can stick my whole fist through it. It's meant for the intricate parts of dies. And since I only have this top part that's intricate that I need to cut, I'm not gonna run my whole thing through it. Ooh, yeah. And back. And if I wanna do a quick rotate just to be sure, because I can't twist it. Normally I rotate a die like 90 degrees or 180 degrees. That's a no-go with these dies. They're just too big. Oh, see, now it's cut. Look at that. How cute is this? And I've got my score line. It's built into the die. Because I'm using Opulent paper, the paper does not crack, so no white showing through. How cute! You so have options. Really, you do. Gosh, you could almost just take, even without the mat, and you could start making pretty things. Really up to you what you want to do. So if I want it on the diagonal. Love that. Love that. Now, what if you're not crazy about the inside? Well, like I said, you can mat it, easy peasy. But I also want to show you that you can take the paper and cut it so that you can make your mat. I need this piece right here is the one that I need. So I'm going to cut that piece. And I think I'm going to do it out of 2 different pieces of paper so you can see the difference. It's important you see the difference. It's really important. Let's grab this one. Oh, this is so pretty. Do I have another piece of it? Yes, I do. Okay, I don't feel bad cutting it. I have another piece of it. Like, what if I want to use it to cut another die? Okay, I want to show you the difference between using the glitter paper and this one. So do I need to use the precision base plate? Not for this paper, no. So I can take that off, move it to the side, bring back my regular cut plate, lay it down. All I want is this half right there. Don't care about that piece at all. So I just need to make sure that this is on my platform. Let's move this and move that. Wait till you see the samples. Oh my gosh, the girls did such a beautiful job. They were fast. They did so many of them because they were so easy and quick to do. So I'm going to send this on through. And because I'm not doing the intricate part, I don't need to rotate or turn. I'm just going to roll it on back. And I've cut. Ooh, very easy. So now if I bring my card base over that I just made, there we go. I can mat inside. So I just need to cut this down a little bit. And I see where the score line is, so I'm going to cut slightly inside that score line. And now instead of having the white coming through, I have the coordinating rose gold paper coming through. That matches this back here. Okay, but you said, Stacy, why then do you have to show me the glitter? It's important you know. Glitter, while this paper is the same on both sides, the glitter is white on the back. And because when you cut this card, you're folding it and scoring it, I actually need the reverse of this. So if I were to take my die and cut it this way, this is not big enough. That's not big enough. How can that not be big enough? Well, let's see. Do I have another piece of rose gold? Why, yes. Yes, I do. I have my private little stash hidden down there. Okay, let's cut a piece that's big enough to do this. Really? Yeah, really. Measure twice, cut once. Okay. Because my glitter is only glittered on one side and white on the other, if I cut it this way, it's not going to fit. It's going to be opposite. When you have a piece of paper that's the same on both sides, you have no problem. But if I cut this way, let me see if I have one up here. Well, let's just do it. Let's cut it and I'll show you. So I'm not going to cut with my glitter face up. I'm going to cut with my glitter face down. And let's send it on through. Because my paper is not double-sided, I need the piece that I want to see on my finished card. I need that, whatever color that is, whatever paper that is, needs to be face down. And we'll see if this goes through, because we are asking it to go through glitter paper. And glitter paper is paper, and then adhesive, and then glitter. So we're asking that little tiny rim of a die, that little tiny edge on that die that has no blade at all to cut through so much. But let's see if it's up for the challenge. And if not, we might have to use the precision base plate. Yep, not up for the challenge. I'm going to need the precision base plate. So I don't want to lose my piece of paper. I'm going to try and lock it back into place. Boy, is it hard to see. I'm gonna guess that's good. We're just gonna have to guess it, wing it. I'm gonna remove this, put my precision base plate down, and remember, I'm only going to do my edge, but because I'm asking it to go through so much, oh, and that's why it's the wrong way. Thank you. Now I can lock it into place. Yes. Whew. Now it locks into place really nicely, no problem. Put my do not cut plate over the top. Come on, don't move. You think I'm good? All we can do is try. And send it on through. It needs that precision base plate to get through that glitter paper. Nope. It moved. Oh, Stacy. Nope, it moved. Nope, we're gonna pull it and do it again. Yep, it moved. All right, let's try again. This time we'll start with the precision base plate. Glitter paper it's got so many layers to it. Well, we're just going to use that piece. It's got so many layers to it. The paper, the glitter, the glue. That a die that doesn't have an edge to it is going to struggle. A die that doesn't have an actual blade to it is going to struggle. So let's just do it again. I know my paper's not quite big enough, but that's okay. We're just gonna go. But it needs to be upside down. I want that glitter to show. And because you fold the card, you need to have the reverse side. Okay. So again, I'm only going to go down as far as the score line. And then back. I know it sounds terrible. Do a quick rotate. And let's see what I have. Wow, could you imagine if my camera was on my table? It'd be Let's see if I'm better. Oh, yes. Okay. Phew. All better. So my videos are unedited, unscripted. They're not voice dubbed over. What you see is what you get, and what I say when I say it is what you get. So let's bring the card over. And let's trim that out. So I cut it upside down. With a piece that has two sides, it doesn't matter. Because if this side doesn't line up, so let's say I put it in this way, and I'm going, why doesn't it line up? Oh. Yeah, see this way? This side doesn't quite line up. There's a difference. Something in the die, they didn't make it exactly symmetrical. But it doesn't matter because this paper is the same on both sides. So when I line it up, I just flip it and magically it lines up. But this paper is not double-sided. You don't have glitter on both sides where you can just turn it over. So if I had cut with the glitter facing up, I would have the wrong side facing me. I need to cut with the glitter facing down so that it fits. If I had cut with the glitter facing up, if this was all glitter, I thought I had one. I was almost certain I had one. I was almost positive that I did one for you. Is that it? No, let me check over here, because I was almost certain that I had cut one for you with the glitter so that you could see the difference. But maybe I didn't. This won't line up perfectly. You need to have the glitter, so when you are doing the opposite side, you always want the paper that you want to see on your finished card face down if it's not double-sided paper. Now it works. So pretty. And then you go. You just start to create. Let's do one that's more difficult, because these were pretty simple to do. And that had this one. Ooh. This one. This one can have that one, and then we can sentiment around it. I mean, just beautiful. So let's do one that's a little more complicated. Let's do this one. They're all beautiful. So this one's far more intricate than what we've been doing. It will require the precision base plate. Let's grab a piece of paper. And, nope, that won't work. How about we try one of these? Let's put this one back. Let's cut a piece off. So I need to keep it pretty close because my machine is only 6 inches wide. I need to use my precision base plate because I've got a detail right here that I need to have come out. Bring my machine over. My base plate, my solo shim, my precision base plate face up. My paper, and my die. Let's get that this way, and that this way. And I think I'm pretty close. Let's give it a whirl and see what we get. Sandwich it up. Sand it on through. Over the first hurdle, the first thump. Now the second thump. And now the last. And yes. Okay. I'm going to rotate it. Send it back. My first thump. My second thump. And my last. And let's see what we get. Aw, I had little extra goodies in there. Okay, so it looks pretty good. I might just roll that that top piece through just one more time, but you can see how it has bent my die. Without question, it's curved it. That's okay. And I'm just going to do this little top piece one more time. I'm not even going to go through all the way, just to make sure. Oh yeah. And then all my little bits and pieces fall out. And that is the actual name of those little bits and pieces. They're called fallouts. Very technical, I know. Okay, let's get them off and out. And then let's score. And because it's Opulent paper, it doesn't crack. How beautiful is that? And then we have, oh, this is almost too big for this. Well, shucks, I want to put that on there, but it's just too big. Not perfect, but I'm not one to quit. I'm just not one to quit. We're gonna make it work. But my gosh, is that so pretty, right? Isn't that beautiful? And again, if I wanted this piece and I didn't want that color, it just depends upon what paper I use to do it. Or bright silver. Okay, that'll work. So let's do this one. And for fun, let's do this one. This one's double-sided, so it doesn't matter which side is facing up when I cut it. Doesn't matter at all. It's the same on both sides. Now, if this was pattern paper and you wanted a specific pattern to show, then it's like having the glitter paper. You would have to have that pattern paper facing down. I need to cut into the piece that I don't want to see, so when I flip it over, I get the piece that I want. So if this had a pattern on it and was a pattern on this side, the pattern that you want to see needs to be facing down. Because remember, you're cutting and then you're scoring and folding it. So you're almost getting the reverse of this side is what you're looking for. So let's take it. I'm going to keep it on my precision. I need to cut that down just a little bit on the width. I'm going to keep my precision base plate there because we are using the glitter paper and it's just going to need it. Yes, it's going to warp my die. Look at that. Can I bend it back in? Sure, I can bend it back flat. Yep, I can. It's just going to tweak. That's just the nature of the die because there's nothing structural there to keep it exactly the way we need it. I'm going to put this down. I'm only going to send it through. I don't have to worry about this part at all, so I'm not even going to cut to that part. I'm just going to roll to where I need it to go. 1, 2. Easy peasy. Trim it down. I'm going to cut just slightly, and you can see where the score line is. Can you see that score line? I'm just going to cut slightly inside the score line because I need to have room for it to fold. It lines up perfectly. If I had wanted to see the back side, well, that's not going to line up anymore. That's the wrong side. And then close. And now you've got that beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's do it really quickly out of the doubles, the card, basically a cardstock, same on both sides. This time it doesn't matter because it's the same on both sides. And do I need the precision base plate? Absolutely not, because it's cardstock. It has a beautiful sheen and shimmer to it, but it's not coated paper. The glitter is coated paper, meaning it's got adhesive and glitter and paper. A lot goes into making that glitter paper. And I can trim this down just a little bit on my sides. So you have options when you are using the Find It. Oh, I don't want to cut into that. That would be wrong, wrong, wrong. Holy smokes, artichokes. There's a lot of stuff coming upstairs today. Well, it's early, it's morning, so all the delivery UPS and FedEx and DHL and everybody else is making their deliveries. You're gonna rotate. And you're already off. Let's try there. Okay. Roll, 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 roll. And back, 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 back. Done, done, done. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. Cut, you can see where the score line is. I'm going to cut slightly inside of that, not right on the score line. I need to give the card a little extra room because it's got to fold. And now I have options. Oh, it's pretty with the pink. So it can go this way, it can go that way. So do we like it with the pink? Or do we like it with the silver glitter? You choose. Either way, you've got options. The cards are beautiful and they are easy to use and they give you so much opportunity to make such pretty, pretty things. Really, they do. This one's too big. Gosh, I could almost layer that in one more paper. And make it a big mat. Plenty of options. At a little over $12 for the card bases, for the dies to make these, that's incredible. at a little over $2 per set of stickers. That's incredible. At less than $2 per set for the scenery is incredible. And then the Stampendous stamp you will see used in sample after sample after sample here. Again, giving you option after option after option. You choose. You're not limited. Yay! All right, so we did a lot here today. A lot. I almost want to take this down just a little bit. Zoop. Zoop. Let's move that. Ooh. Nope, I'm going to do it on this one. Grab my tape really quick. Tape that down. Again, you do a much better job than me. So I took that little sticker and I'm going to make it a complete card front. All with matting. All done with matting. Take a little sticker and make it more than what it was supposed to be. But the penny black stickers, they're matte finish and they look so good. The colors, the designs, the styles they're beautiful. I just made it more than it was. Crazy, right? Okay, I'm going to show you what's for sale, and then I'm going to show you samples, and we're going to call it good. Okay, so for sale, first off, we have all the Opulent paper. Every color of Opulent. All on sale at 20% off. We're doing an I want it all for all of it. That's a whopping a lot of paper. But if you don't have any of it and you love it, this is a good opportunity. Oh, look at how pretty. I feel like I just took napkins. Look at how pretty. So all the Opulent is on sale. We will put the detailed embossing powder on sale. There is 6 colors, one of them being transparent. So it's not that there's 2 whites, one of them's transparent. The copper only comes in this size. So all detailed embossing powder go on sale. Versamark will go on sale. The Versamark, the marker, the refill, we'll put them, the little square, we'll put all the Versamark on sale because there's a smaller size Versamark. It's about the size of a cube. We will put the cubes, we'll leave the cubes on sale, and the 4 new colors will stay as the I want it all. So the 4 new colors for us for Q1, we're adding 16 colors to our 24 color mix. So we'll do the 4 colors as an I want it all, and then the rest of the colors as open stock. I've got the Stampendous stamp for you. I have got the penny black, and please remember, penny black is limited. We bought what we could. When they're gone, they're gone. I only have so many different styles to show you, to give to you, but I picked what I liked the best, and we've got a couple hundred of each, but at $2, and when you see the samples, they just are amazing. We have got the scenery toppers from Find It. Again, so inexpensive. And wait till you see, Claire did one with one of these. Oh my gosh. I think it's this one. Claire did a stunner of a card. The sunflowers you saw, they're beautiful. And at the price, you just can't go wrong. I'm trying to think of what else is on sale. I think that might be it. Let's look at samples. So I already showed you some of the samples that we did, that honorary SMS Katie did. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And zoom down just a little bit. So honorary SMS girl Katie. These were done using that one scenery. This one. So she made all these cards using that one pack. And there is one of the dies from Find It that does the edge all the way around. Okay, so there's those 4. And then let's pull these over. So again, using the Find It, here's the Find It edge, the card. We put the black or the charcoal Opulent in the center. You've got penny black here. I've got this one done just using the stamp from Stampendous. Here's the one Claire made. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see, which scenery pack is this one from? No. Yes. So here it is. Here's the scenery pack from Find It for $1.50-ish. And there it is, made into the card. That's beautiful. Here we have penny black with our Find It card base. Here we have with the Find It scenery toppers. Penny black and the Find It card base. Just the Stampendous stamp. Here is SMS James's card. Now he masked all on his own so he could get the different colors going all the way down, and you were left with no white. This is SMS James's card, and it says Inspire. He masked it all on his own. Figured the colors out all on his own. I mean, I know he's 21, but well, he'll be 21 soon. But this is SMS James's card. Here we have the stamp from Stampendous on the back. You've got the Find It Trading card toppers here. They just make great backgrounds. Here we've got the stamp down here where again it's been done so it's filled in all the white spaces. It's been The stamp was moved over and rotated and masked so that you could get it all colored with no white. And look at how beautiful is this. This is the penny black card sticker, but this is the stamp from Stampendous. Actually, we're gonna go this way. Nope, this way. So pretty. Here you've got the Find It card base, penny black sticker. And they did matte the inside. Here we've got penny black sticker on Opulent paper. Find It card base on double-sided paper, and then penny black sticker. Here we've got a mishmash of the Stampendous stamps. So you've got a little bit of all the different stamps going on here, making up a background. Penny black sticker, Find It trading card. What is it? The Dottie design cards. Dottie design Find It card, penny black. And then let's bring you these. Stampendous background stamp, penny black stickers, Opulent paper. Penny black sticker, Find It Dottie card base. Find It trading. There's scenery, and then you've got your card base. Your Find It Dottie card base, penny black sticker. Your Find It Dottie card base, penny black sticker. This one was just using the Stampendous and using the different elements from the different stamp sets. So this is all three stamps combined together. And here this is the stamp set. Again, going back in and layering your color inside by just moving the stamp. Penny black sticker, Find It card base. Penny black sticker, I'm supposed to open this one. Penny black sticker, Stampendous stamp, sentiment in the inside. Oh, I bet that isn't penny black. I bet that's paper. That's paper. And stamped with the Stampendous. So this is this is paper we had in the store. And there you have Waiting Is for Those Who Dare to Dream. Adventure is waiting for those who dare to dream. There we go. Sorry, Claire. I think Claire did this one. There we go. So it's really showing off that background stamp beautifully and just using paper that we had in the store for a topper. And then here we have, wow, this one's beautiful. There's the topper from Find It. Opulent paper. Look at this one. Double-sided paper. So the inside, look at how gorgeous is that with the penny black sticker. And last but not least, another one using the background, the Stampendous stamp as the background. And the Find It card topper. And then of course we have all of the dies, but I really have nothing pretty to show you. I mean, they're just literally in QC sampling packaging, but there is 8 dies. They're sold open stock, and they are sold in bundles. There's 2 bundles. One of them has the more simpler edges, and one of them has the more decorative edges. So you can't beat the price on them. Really, you can't. And remember, we're going to take 10% of the total sales from this YouTube and donate it, send it over to my friends in Poland, who can then help people coming in from Ukraine, help them find shelter, find food, find warm clothes, find some kind of comfort in a world that has been turned upside down for them. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you all next week, and thank you so much for being here with me today. It is just a pleasure to spend the morning with you. Bye, everybody.